Hello everyone, today we'll start the topic nucleophilic addition reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Aldehyde and ketones undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. So we will see what is the mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction in aldehyde and ketones. So let us start our topic. So this is a molecule of aldehyde or ketone. So A and B are the substituents. It can be alkyl or hydrogen atom or aryl group. It is planar molecule because it is sp2 hybridized, the carbonyl carbon. Therefore, it is planar, or you can say a trigonal planar. Therefore, this rectangular shape indicates that it is in the plane. And this A substituent is away from our site and B is towards our site. This carbon is slightly electropositive and oxygen is electronegative. Delta negative shows the partial negative charge and delta positive shows partial positive charge on the carbon atom. This is nucleophile, Nu negative charge. So this is nucleophile. It will attack on the carbonyl carbon because it is electropositive. It is having partial positive charge. So therefore it will attach on or attack on the carbon atom, and what will happen that alkoxide will be formed. Now this alkoxide has tetrahedral geometry. So this has attached, and when this will be added on the carbon atom, this bond will break and there will be negative charge on the oxygen atom. So therefore now this is the structure, this is the intermediate. So the first step is a slow step. The next step is a fast step, in which what happened, this alkoxide, this abstracts the proton from the solvent. So this abstracts the proton and you will get an addition product. So this is the final product. So basically what is happening, that this nucleophile is added to the carbon atom and this hydrogen or proton is added to the oxygen atom of the carbonyl group. So basically this happens in the nucleophilic addition reactions. Now the reactivity of aldehyde and ketones. So what is, we will compare now. So aldehydes are more reactive towards nucleophilic addition reactions. Why? Because of two reasons. First is sterical hindrance. It has less steric hindrance because if here one of the atom is hydrogen atom instead of alkyl atom as in ketone, there will be less steric hindrance for the nucleophile to come to the carbonyl carbon. So for example, here hydrogen atom is there, so nucleophile can easily attack. If there is alkyl group, there is alkyl group A and B substituents are alkyl, then it will be ketone and there will be some steric hindrance for the nucleophile to attack on carbon atom. Therefore, aldehyde readily undergoes nucleophilic addition reaction. The next point is the electronically also aldehydes are more reactive towards nucleophilic addition reaction. Electronically means that this carbon atom, if they both are alkyl groups, then what will happen, they will they will undergo the plus I effect. So they will release the electrons towards the carbon atom, and through plus I effect, inductive effect, and your electrophilicity of carbon atom will be decreased. So the electrophilicity of carbon will decrease and it will have less positive charge. So therefore, the nucleophile won't attack it easily. But in the case of aldehyde, there is one hydrogen atom, therefore its electrophilicity of the carbon atom is not decreased. So these were the two reasons why aldehydes are more reactive. I'll show you one example of not aldehyde and ketone. I will show you the example of benzaldehyde and propanol. So here I have shown the benzaldehyde and propanol. So we will compare that which molecule will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction more quickly or more easily. So this is benzaldehyde, and in this what will happen, the electrophilicity of carbon atom will decrease. Why? Because of the resonance effect. Here this bond shift here, and this double bond shift here, and this double bond shift here to give the negative charge. So this structure will come. Therefore, the carbon is electronically rich. Therefore, the nucleophile will not attack on this carbon because it has more electron density here. That is why also the polarity of carbonyl carbon is decreasing here. That is why this benzaldehyde will not undergo so easily the nucleophilic addition reaction as the propanol, because here there is no resonance, and therefore the electrophilicity of carbon is maintained. Next we will see some examples of nucleophilic addition reactions. So we will see the first example of nucleophilic addition reaction is the addition of hydrogen cyanide HCN to the aldehydes and ketones. So here the HCN, this reaction occurs in basic medium. So basic medium, that means it will have OH negative ion. So the OH negative ion will abstract the H plus and form water molecule and cyanide ion. So the cyanide ion, Cn negative ion, is our nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack on the carbonyl carbon because it has partial positive charge, delta plus, and oxygen has partial negative charge, that is delta negative. So this nucleophile will attack on the carbonyl carbon as we have studied already in the mechanism. Then this double bond will shift here to give the oxygen negative charge, and you will get the intermediate, tetrahedral intermediate. Why it is tetrahedral? Because the carbon is now sp3 hybridized here instead of sp2 here. Here it is sp2, that's why it is planar, trigonal planar, and here it is sp3 carbon, so therefore tetrahedral geometry. Now the next step, step 2, as we have already studied in the mechanism, is what? The abstraction of protons. So this proton will be abstracted by the oxygen atom and you will get this product. So this is known as cyanohydrin. This when cyanide and OH is attached to the carbon atom. So this is known as cyanohydrin. This is a useful synthetic intermediate, this cyanohydrin. So this was the first example of nucleophilic addition reaction. I hope you understood this topic. We will see some more addition reactions in the next lecture. So thank you all of you.